everyone, how are you today? This is Jimpanos, transformational career coach. I help and inspire professionals in London and across the globe to find their passion and transform organizations through well-being. And right now, if you are a professional and an employee who is struggling to be more productive, or if you want to go your career to the next level, or even if you are a business owner, or an employer, and you want to increase your profitability and the productivity of your employees, then stay tuned, because today we're talking about how to be ultra productive, okay? How to be super productive. I'm accredited by ICF, International Coaches Federation. It's the largest coaches organization in the world, and I'm the creator of the Find Your Passion method, a unique coaching tool that helps professionals across the globe to find their passion and go for the career they truly love. And I have a vision. My vision is to inspire 3 billion people in 195 countries by 2060 to find their passion at work and in their life. I hope that you do enjoy this video, and if you do like this video, give us some thumbs up, share it with anyone you believe they might benefit from, and give me some love. I'm always sending you here my love from London. So let's dive in right away, okay? How can you be super productive? Okay, and whatever, and anything I'm going to share with you, it's proven, okay, by through myself and my clients, and these are this is also a result of the top advice of the top experts in productivity, and this is a model that I created for that. So here it is. So first of all, if you do want to be super productive, there are three key components of your ultra productivity. Okay, number one is practices, number two is creativity, and number three is passion. Okay, so imagine like a triangle, okay, and you've got at the top practices, then you've got creativity, and then passion. Okay, so first of all, your practices. So what are your practices? So there are two actual things. First of all, your habits, okay, your day-to-day activities and repetitive actions, and your systems. And systems are your processes, okay, in order to be able to support these habits and activities. Okay, so let's start with systems. Okay, so why? First of all, they are important. They are important because our brain, okay, not just at work, generally works in patterns. So that means it loves to automate activities. Why? Because it needs and it wants to save more energy. Okay, this is how it works. So it's it would be much easier to leverage this function of your brain to your to your advantage. So what can you do? So you can leverage this on a day-to-day basis and on a weekly basis. So in terms of your daily basis, okay, what is really important, and that is that has to do with both employees and employers, is breaks. Okay, so during your working times, you need to take breaks. Okay, and that might seem or might be obvious, but it's not, okay, because there are generally in the corporate world there is the mentality that you need to work hard all the time, and the harder you work, the more you produce. So this is not something that is actually proven. Yes, that might be this case, but actually productivity is all about the output, the ratio of the input and output, okay, you have, so yes, you might be able to produce more if you work more, but you might be able also, okay, to produce even more by actually working less. Okay, so that's why you need breaks. And more precisely, I'll go and I'll dive into this in a few minutes and why breaks are important. But generally, there are many breaks systems, and you can one of the most effective ones is the 52-17 minutes break, according to many recent studies. So 52 minutes work focus, 17 minutes break, and it goes on and on and on all day long. And this the second part, in terms of the weekly, okay, the weekly, let's say, systems to be applied, is there are two things about that. Number one has to do with offs. Okay, so as I told you before, yes, you might be able to produce more if you work more, but you can actually produce even more than you could have ever imagined by working less. Okay, so why? Because our mind, okay, becomes more and more productive in terms of focus when it also takes breaks. Why? Because if you change, there are two main modes of your brain in terms of this. So the one is the focus mode, work mode, right there on my tasks, and the other one is diffuse mode, and this is the mode of your brain when you are relaxed. Okay, so if you're working on a problem and you can't solve it, or you need more time than required to solve it, relaxation is crucial. Why? Because once you shift your brain mode to your diffuse mode, relaxation mode, and that means do any kind of activity that you love. It could be exercising, it could be walking, it could be taking a nap, it could be enjoying your lunch, having a small talk with your colleagues, you name it. Okay, but once that happens, your brain literally takes all the time necessary to cleanse the unnecessary information. Okay, and starts operating for your interests. Okay, for working unconsciously on the solution. So you just set the question, okay, about this problem. You just let your brain relax and elaborate it while you enjoy yourself. Okay, so that's why it's really important, and that applies to a weekly basis. So you don't have necessarily to work or oblige your employees to work 6 or 5 days per week. They can, if they can produce the outcome that you want, okay, in less time, why don't you give them, as long as you're an employer, this this option. Okay, and if you are an employee, please feel free to share this video with your employer, and you can just try it. If it doesn't work, that's fine. If it works, that would be great for both. Okay, more flexibility for the employee and more profitability for the employer. Okay, so this is what you can apply. Okay, so in terms of the habits, because these were the systems, okay, what are the habits that they can actually help you to be productive? So these are habits that can actually help you boost your creativity. So that brings us to our second part, creativity. So this is important, so pay attention to these habits. We are going to analyze them in another video, but these are like the core habits, okay, in terms of boosting your creativity. So number one is your is, as I said before, practicing shifting your focus. So changing your focus, it's exactly what I said before. You shift your focus, you take breaks and do something completely different from what you're working on. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay, I just explained why. Okay, this is number one. Number two is curiosity. Okay, and by that I mean try to question everything, because if you take most of things as as facts, okay, then the problem will be that you limit yourself to specific boxes and categories, okay, that someone someday told you and taught you about. Okay, but that can be a big obstacle in finding new ways and solutions to your problems. Okay, and it really cuts off innovation and creativity. So be curious. Okay, be curious. And how can you actually do that? Okay, so ask. So next time that you will be working on something, and you will have a rule, okay, that stops you from working further, okay, on the problem. Okay, ask yourself, okay, this specific question: what else, okay, can we do, or what is the alternative here for us to solve this problem? Okay, ask yourself this. Okay, and in this way you just allow your mind to think differently by just saying that. So okay, so this is number 2, curiosity. Number 3 is learning. Okay, and by learning I mean trying out new things, and try out the things that you are currently doing in a different way. Okay, so in terms of the second category, for example, it could be anything. So for example, if you brush your teeth on your right hand, brush them on your left hand, for example. Okay, and try this a few times, or try out new things. Okay, read books and articles that they might be or feel challenging to you because of their jargon, or their topic. Okay, read topics that they might not be your greatest interest at the beginning, at least. Okay, listen to different opinions. Okay, hang out with people who who have different opinions and beliefs in comparison to yours. Okay, all of this will give you new perspectives. Okay, new lenses in terms of looking at things, and this is so important for creativity. Okay, so this was number 3. Number 4 is nutrition. So yes, so there are specific foods that they can actually help you be more creative. Why? Because they help you maintain a healthy brain, and not only maintain, but actually create new neurons in your brain, new connections. And creativity is all about creating new neurons in your brain, and neurologically at least. So and roughly speaking, so what what you can do. So there are your 60% of your brain consists of fat. Okay, good fat. So for example, nuts. Okay, for example, walnuts. Okay, avocado. Okay, extra virgin olive oil. Okay, these 3 foods have they're high in good fat, so they are super foods for your brain. Okay, so, and generally whatever contains good fat, that means not trans or saturated fat. Okay, and this is number 4. So number 5 is sleep. Okay, sleep as much as you need. Okay, and this is important because both professionals, you need to prioritize your sleep, and employers need to take new measures and initiatives to promote this idea of the importance of sleep. And besides so many benefits, including enforcing the immune system, is so crucial for creativity as well. Not because just Einstein used to sleep 10 to to 12 hours a day. Not because of that, even if it's true. But what is more important is that while you sleep, your brain still works. Okay, and what it actually does is, it's cleaning all the unnecessary data that you have. So basically, it's like a computer, okay, and just try is to scan all the unnecessary information and delete them and erase them. So in this way, you will be able to have more space, literally, in your brain to learn and apply and try out new things. So that's why sleep is so important for that. And last but not least, meditation. Okay, meditation is so crucial for creativity. Why? Because through meditation you reach a state where you produce theta waves. So basically, these are the waves when you are in a state of flow. Okay, and this state of flow, it's what actually generates your creativity. And meditation can literally do the work. And you can try that out. You can try this, all of this, anytime in your organization or in your life, and suggest them to your employer if you are an employee. Okay, so these are the habits and systems. And now let's have a look at the connection, at the link between practices and creativity. Okay, so you just saw how practices, okay, have an impact on creativity, and their relation is actually two ways. So they are strongly interwoven and they strongly interact to each other. So that means that creativity also has a great impact on practices. Why? Because once you do the practices that you need to boost your creativity, then by being more creative, you create better systems and better habits, or you actually optimize both the systems and your habits to be more creative. Okay, and it's an endless loop. Okay, that's their the nature of their interaction. And same applies with creativity and passion. Okay, passion, number 3. But before jumping into this, a few words about passion. Passion is the number one thing that makes someone productive. Okay, if you are really passionate about something, okay, you don't consider it as work. And these are not just my words and my personal experience and professional experience and my experience with my clients, but also what Gallup suggested in its survey in 2016, I think, in terms of employee engagement worldwide, okay, and in the UK. So yes, passion makes you feel that you are not at work, okay, so you are not stressed, you are more productive, and because passion does include your strengths, and more precisely your favorite strengths, okay, the strengths based approach in the workplace is also key to increase engagement and productivity. Okay, in this case, productivity. Okay, so definitely, you need to invest in your people and help them find their passion, and then apply this to an existing role, in your company. Okay, if you are an employer, yes, that might require some rotational training, but your profitability and your customer service and your retention rates will have a great rise over the next 6 to 12 months. Yes, that fast. So and that also can happen even earlier. And if you are a professional, you will be happy at work. Okay, and that means 1/3 of your time will not be just passing by and getting by. No, it will be fulfillment and happiness. Okay, and I think work should be our passion. Okay, so this is passion. So creativity and passion, they are also strongly interconnected, and they interact to each other in a two-way direction. So creativity influences passion, and passion influences creativity. So creativity, by boosting your creativity, okay, you discover also more things about yourself. Why? Because you start thinking in different ways, and by start thinking in different ways, literally you create new neurons, and by creating new neurons, new data, okay, will become available to you from external stimuli. So from the outer world. So that basically means that once you learn more things about yourself, you increase your self-awareness. And passion is all about self-awareness, because if you do want to discover your passion, you need to explore many things about yourself. So creativity will help you on that. And on the other hand, passion will boost your creativity. Why? Because of the state. When you are passionate about something, you are, in a state of flow. And this state will have a great impact on creativity as well. And that means that it will actually make you more creative just because you are passionate about that. So that means you are stress-free, and, you are just being yourself. And these are, necessary requirements for you to be creative. Okay? So, again, it's a great, it's of a great importance, this link between creativity and passion. And last but not least, we have the link between passion in the triangle, passion and practices. Okay, so we have practices, creativity, passion, practices. How? So passion and practice also they are strongly interwoven to each other. Passion, okay, helps you, okay, apply, okay, and execute these habits and and systems in the best way possible, because it's not about just the knowledge, but it's also about the implementation. Okay, so again, by being in a state of passion, you actually you are far more able and willing to do whatever it takes to build these habits and adapt to new and more effective systems for you to be more and more productive. Okay, and on the other hand, practices do influence passion. Why? Because yes, your habits, okay, for example, do boost your creativity, and as we said before, creativity has an impact on your passion. Okay, so everything is strongly interwoven with everything in this triangle. Okay, so yes, your nutrition makes you more passionate about what you do. By meditating, you learn more things about yourself. You increase your self-awareness. Hence, it's more likely for you to find what you're really passionate about for this period of your life. Curiosity, so important for you to discover yourself. You can see, how strongly they interact with each other. So this is it, the model of ultra productivity. Okay, and if you are, an employer, please just try this out. Okay, for 1 week, you will have, I really bet that in the next 3 to 4 weeks, you will see, direct results of this model. And if you are a professional, a self-employed, apply this, to your business, or suggest that to your employer. Okay. I hope, guys, that you did enjoy this live, and if you did like this video, give us a thumbs up to our Facebook page, jimpanoscoaching, and you will find this link to to the description of this Facebook live. And of course, feel free to share this with anyone you believe they might benefit from. This is Jimpanos, and I wish you a great day. Take care.